Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? We are going to continue talking this morning about some of the, well, just the exposure that's happening right now. Okay. There was a brand new discovery on the moon that there is oxygen on the moon. I mean, it's been since the 70s, early 70s, since a man's been on the moon. So that's 50 years later, they've just discovered there's actually enough oxygen on the moon to support 800,000 people. Wow. You see, it was hidden in the rocks. Yeah. Now, the moon is kind of funny because, you know, it's one of the only objects that we know of in the universe that doesn't spin and rotate on its axis. It has a fixed stare at the Earth. All other planets rotate on an axis. Of course, the moon rotates around the Earth and then rotates around the sun, but it does not spin on its own axis. This is just a known fact. The other thing is that all bodies and stars and everything that we know move. They fluctuate. They have a pattern. The moon, no, not so much. It stays in the exact same spot. Like it's being not going out too far and not coming in too much. All our satellites that are in space, they have to be controlled constantly. Otherwise, they would not stay in the same spot. Much like the moon does, but without power. Yeah. And if we look at the moon right now, we see people taking pictures because, again, the best pictures of the moon that we've got publicly are from amateurs that are taking pictures from Earth at the moon with their own cameras, with their own telescopes, their homemade lenses, or even store-bought lenses, are producing the most clearest, best focused pictures that we can get. How come NASA, that's been on the moon, doesn't have good pictures or better than an amateur? These are facts. Facts. The clearest pictures of the moon come from amateurs. And we're talking about right now that this Friday that's coming up, there is a red blood moon, correct? A red blood moon. And it is coming at a very amazing time in history. And there is a great deception that is happening. And I found it very coincidental that the blood moon is going to be 3 hours and 28 minutes. Okay? And the blood moon, what will be happening is that the sunlight will be, well, let me restart this. The sun let me start again. The sun rays reflect off of the moon and bounce off the moon and then reflect down to Earth. That's how we are able to see the moon. The moon does not produce its own light. The light we see on the moon is a reflection from the sun. Yes? Again, everybody knows this. So the blood moon will be when the sun's sun rays get blocked by the Earth. Therefore, the moon will go dark. And the way it's lined up right now, it will not just be a dark but it will produce a red blood moon. Okay. This is foreseen and known in signs in the stars in the heavens. Yes. Now, I want to show you something. As I repeat, it's going to be 3 hours and 28 minutes. If we go to a Q drop, 3:28, 3 hours and 28 minutes. Starts off with owls. Light will overcome darkness. Well, the moon is dark, and the light from the sun overcomes the darkness of the moon and makes the moon bright. Next line. Light will expose darkness. Now, I am filling in blanks, so I'm just, I'm not really filling in blanks because that's what it says, darkness, but blanks in between. Like something's missing. Like the word's there, darkness, but there's something missing to make it more complete. Does this make sense? Next line. Light will reveal darkness. And then next line. Light will defeat darkness. And we know darkness is everywhere. And it appears that it has power. But one single matchstick, one single candlelight, one little spark, just a spark, defeats darkness. Right? And let's get back now, because we're talking about the blood moon that will be 3 hours and 28 minutes on Friday, this Friday coming up. That will, the Earth is going to darken the moon. It's just coincidental, you guys. It's just coincidental. And we're going back and talking about how the best pictures of the moon come from amateurs. Novices. From people that have a passion, a passion and a hobby. They do it for free for their own knowledge. They study. They look for the signs. They do things instead of sitting around on TV, on the couch watching TV. They're out experiencing life, doing stuff. They're doing studies. And these people are taking pictures of the moon better than professional scientists, better than universities, better than all the people that have we have taxpayer funded the word escapes me, the dome where the telescopes go out. I don't know why I can't know that word right now. The Vatican has one in Arizona called Lucifer. We have satellites in space above our atmosphere. We've been told, and not that I'm saying it's not true, but we've had many crafts land on the moon. And yet, again, I repeat, the best pictures of the moon come from amateurs. You see, if you got paid for anything from any kind of tax money or something like that, then you would not be allowed to produce your own pictures. If you did it for free, how can they stop you? They might still scrub them off the internet. So let's get back into this. If you go to Elon Musk's Twitter page, you're going to see 4 pictures of celestial objects. The last one being the Earth. And if you look, you can see it's the same round object, just air sprayed differently. And each one goes a little bit different to show that it's the same picture, just color enhanced differently. Okay? And if you look at pictures of the moon that have been just coming out recently, you can see that the moon has multicolors now. That there is the white dust, then there's the dark that looks like a shadow type of a texture, and then next to it there seems to be like a blue, I didn't want to say that M word, but like a blue, well, just a different, a drastic different color. And has it always been this way? Oh, I don't know. But maybe on this blood moon, we'll be able to get more amateur pictures to see, and like I say,